and on aquaculture. So that's the kind of the scope on what we are covering. And what we are not covering to a big degree is actually complete feed. I'm not saying we do no complete feed, but complete feed is less of relevance. This is a bit different in the rest of the world because we have areas like in the Philippines, for example, where we are quite big in complete feed as well, originating from. And in Italy, and then in Africa we have factories in Algeria, in Egypt, in Nigeria, in Morocco, in Johannesburg. We just opened an office in Nairobi, and in Dubai lately. In terms of species that we are covering, we cover basically the whole range of species, so the main ones, poultry, ruminants, aqua, as well as some specialities, which in our case is mainly anything that has to do with horse feed. So there is a bit of a specific know-how along the lines of horse feeding, which is traditionally a business that was very relevant in France, and that's why we know this whole horse business actually quite well. We are minority shareholder here in Vitafort. Dates back from again French history, so there is a long-lasting relation between a company called Neovia, which used to be a partner with Vitafort for quite a long time. And when we acquired Neovia, we inherited actually this shareholding. So I have been from day one involved when we got as ADM involved here in Vitafort. And we have been working together with the Vitafort team quite a lot of topics, and the decision to build this factory that we're going to visit all together later today was made more or less in the initial stages when we came to Eastern Europe, where there is give and take, not a lot happening. It is actually stable. So and then you go further east, you go to Russia. Outside, you know, this political situation at the moment, Russia is a market that has the biggest growth dynamics in the whole European context. And so Eastern Europe per se is super important for anyone who's playing that feed milling or animal nutrition field. And from that perspective, we have been looking always, and we are looking. And when we went together with Vitafort, coming back to this, we realized, well, you know, there is a state-of-the-art facility actually going to be created. So us being a shareholder here anyway, you know, it doesn't make sense here. We're going to do additional kind of investments if we are a part of that. So what that means is, I think, you know, this whole project got a bit of a very different spin, because what was meant to be like probably like a big capacity from day one, with the intent to start at a lower level, as
Mr. Dabas, CEO of Agro Asia, to speak about the achievement in Laos, what we did in the past 30 years so far.
Perhaps this is not very common for all of you. Why Laos? But there has been a very long collaboration with Laos since the 1980s, and I have been involved in this development, and we have a very strong I've been involved, and I'm very happy to be here today. And the strength of this collaboration in Laos is clearly indicated the presence of the ambassador of the Lao People's Democratic Republic. And now I would like to share with you our experiences and our results, the work of Vitafort and Vitafort Agro Asia is doing in Laos. This is a long-term collaboration. I have to underline this because a good collaboration is based on the history and the mutual understanding of the people. The basis of the collaboration is that agriculture is important, very important in the social economy of both countries, in Hungary and also in Laos. In Laos, there are valuable green resources, which is a great asset in these days when agriculture and food supply is very important. They have the resources, and in Hungary we have the technologies and the knowledge how to explore these resources in a sustainable way. And of course, we have the traditional collaboration. These photos also shows very clearly that when I say that there is a very good relationship, these are not just words, this is the reality. The two prime ministers signed a strategic agreement between the two countries in 2019. And just very recently, our Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade and the General Director of Vitafort signed an outstanding export partnership agreement. History. Very interesting that the history started training and expert consultancies at a very basic level. Then it is increased up to a sort of institutional level, research and development, pilot, experimental projects, and finally we reached the business collaboration. But this is an evolution, and we focus on animal husbandry and university of Laos, but we provided assistance in training for technicians, farmers. We issued some leaflets in local Lao language, and we even established an online training platform in Lao language. And they can use it for years, even after the finishing of the project. And finally, just a few words about the future, because we heard that Hello Future. This is our Hello Future in Laos. We continue the traditional collaboration in research and development, innovation and education. This is the basis. We have to continue that in collaboration with Hungarian institutions. However, based on our results and experiences, we develop business. Now we focus on business development, which is a sort of mutual interest business, win-win type of business. We don't want to force Laos to do any business. We build on indigenous knowledge and we go step by step. And finally, our presence in Laos is a base for regional collaboration, first in the neighboring countries like China, Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, and even Myanmar, but our cooperation may also go beyond the Asian borders. We may go to other regions of the world.
Vasil, please have your short speech. Kérem, Vasil, akkor tartsd meg a rövid bemutatót.
Köszönöm. Groznyán Vasil a nevem.
My name is Vasil Gadian.
A Vitafort már több mint 30 éve elkezdett keresni a külföldi piacokat, konkrétabban a Romániát, Moldáviát és Ukrajnát.
Vitafort has started to search new markets like Moldova and Romania.
Így az első kereskedelmi kapcsolatokat elkezdte 1991-ben Moldáviával.
Vitafort has its activity in Moldova in 1991.
Hamar a sikeres együttműködésnek az ottani főpartnerrel született egy közös vállalat, és a közös vállalat keretein belül eldöntöttek, hogy építenek egy koncentrátum és takarmányüzemet.
In the first year, the cooperation between Vitafort and the local company was very successful, and also with the markets. And they have decided to build a brand new feed mill, feed facility in Moldova.
1994-ben annak ellenére, hogy ott volt egy háborús konflikt az ÜZEM indult.
In 1994, actually, myself started to work in Moldova in this position in 1994.
1995-ben a Vitafort ZRT nyert egy világbanki tendert. 4 termékből 3-at sikerült megnyerni a Vitafortnak.
Actually, in 1995, Vitafort has won a World Bank tender from 4 products, and actually from that 4 we won 3 territory.
Ezáltal a Vitafort kapott egy új piacot, tehát egy nagyobb piacot, elég ismert lett ott, és új lendületet adott egy magyar takarmányozási technológiának az otthoni bevezetéséhez.
Because of this tender and this success, Vitafort has a big chance to introduce their technology and feed in the Moldavian market.
Egy további nagyon sikeres lépés az volt, hogy egy ottani gabonaipari vállalattal, aki integrálta 8 sertés telepet, tehát sikerült egy nagy együttműködést velük kezdeményezni.
We also cooperated with a big integrator, a grain selling company. Actually, they also own 8 pig farms, and with that we also had a good chance and success to sell.
Az együttműködés abból állt, hogy a Vitafort megadta a magyar genetikát, tehát sertés.
Vitafort was providing the Hungarian genotype, the Hungarian pigs actually.
A takarmányozást,
And also we gave the service and the feed background.
Ennek eredményeként sikerült egy nagyon jó genetikai állományt Moldáviába létrehozni, tehát nagyban, nem egy telepen, hanem egy egész hektart.
With the help of Vitafort, we were able to increase the genetic background of swine in Moldova.
Sikerült elérni tehát a termelési paraméterek mellett egy nagyon jó minőségű húst, amit exportáltak Moszkvába.
Not just the production improved the production value, but also the meat quality improved a lot. At that time it was a huge export to Russia, to Moscow.
Idáig ez csak egy olyan együttműködés volt Moldáviában, meg egy olyan kereskedelem nagy cégekkel, nagy telepekkel. 1998-ban a cég úgy döntött, hogy létrehoz egy leányvállalatot Kisinyovban.
In 1998, Vitafort has decided to establish a daughter company in Moldova, in Chisinau, the capital of Moldova.
1999-ben alapítottuk az új céget, a Vitafort céget Moldáviában.
In 1999, we established a company, and its name is Vitafort Service Background because of the people, the Hungarian people.
Jelenleg már van 3 szakembereink, akik maguktól tudnak dolgozni, és csinálják ezt a szolgáltatást.
Actually, we have 3 sales people in Moldova, and they can work independently in Moldova.
És a Vitafort ez egy minőségi etalon.
So for us, for me, Vitafort is a quality standard.
Köszönöm.
Thank you very much.
Yes, my name is András Pakko. I'm the general manager of the medical company from Romania, and that represents Vitafort in Romania for 21 years. I'm an animal husbandry engineer. A few words about me. I was graduated in 1997, University of Agricultural Sciences and Veterinary Medicine from Cluj-Napoca, Faculty of Animal Husbandry. In 1998, I have a master's degree in beef cattle raising and obtaining higher meat production. Since 1999, I was part of university teaching staff, university assistant, and PhD. Since 2001, I was named the hatching station with a capacity of 1 million eggs at a time, based on idea of everything full and everything empty. Soon after, I was named the head of broiler farms with 22 shelters and slaughterhouse. And since 2002, I collaboration with Vitafort, who representative I am in Romania today. Medicom. This company was founded in 2002. In the first years, we provided nutrition consultancy for poultry farms. In the following years, we started delivering fodder to intensive poultry farms from Dabas. 2013 and present. In 2013, we have a reorientation of the strategy on the market, on the ruminant market, and we are focused by milk cow farms, fattening cattle farms, and fattening lamb farms. The current structure of the products in the present, it's 49% feed, 30% premixes, and 21% concentrate. Of course, we offer specialized services in nutrition. Throughout our Vitafort specialists, we can offer combat assistance of the situation in the farm. I want to mention all specialized nutrition services offered by Vitafort specialists, and of course me and 2 Romanian colleagues who also are specialized in nutrition, Orban Gyula and Ionuț Nicescu. We have a lot of examination in the farm, analysis of raw materials used in the ration structure, analysis of the quality of total mixed ration, analysis of digestibility and the ruminant situation. We elaborated recipes adapted to each farm's needs. Because my university passed, we are involved in organized seminars in collaboration with Vitafort, ADEX-GO, European Holstein and Red Holstein Confederation. Also, we have presentation about last news from Vitafort innovative products. We have a very good relationship, and many thanks to Mr. Sebők Tamás, Secretary of the General Secretary of the Working Group, European Holstein and Red Holstein Confederation. Also, we have a very good relationship, and I want to thank you to Miss Silvia Sándor, who give us a very specific products, milk powders, physiolic minerals in Romania. Thank you very much. And of course, I would like to mention the special relationship with the management of the Holstein Row Co-Breeders Association. Many thanks for this to the 2 presidents, Mr. Serban Nikusor and Claudiu Davițoiu, and the general manager, Ionuț.
7 years we are present in.
Hello to everybody. Once again, my name is Peter Kudej, and I will say something about myself. I graduated in University of Nitra in 2001. Then I did a PhD. During PhD, I live one year in Canada, where I work on the farm. Yes. And then I started to work for one medicine company. I was distributor from Slovakia. Then I left to Altec company, and during this time I was director for 10 years. And I was responsible for Slovakia, but also I had a project in east part of Europe, mainly Russia and Ukraine. During 3 years I visited the biggest companies, I make consultancy. And in 2017 I joined Vitafort. I became director for Vitafort, director country manager for Slovakia for Vitafort. And due to this fusion, this ADM and Vitafort, I get a new position last month, and I'm working now in Czech Republic for ADM. So this means that I'm hybrid, Vitafort and ADM, and I see it's very useful and very good participation in Bratislava. And when we are talking about agriculture area, we have four main areas. First, we have the mountain agriculture production area. That is mainly for beef, sheep. It's dedicated here. By the way, Slovakia has 65% mountains and 45% arable and meadows. So then we have maize area. This is dedicated mainly in this part, and this part is the best for production of maize, wheat, and everything. Then we have potato agriculture production, is dedicated somewhere here, and then we have wheat area, this is in the middle. So Slovakia is divided for these main production areas. So when we are talking about the palm production in Slovakia, 51% is production of maize, 33% potato, but in history is now less, potato also 4%, and now we have 7% mountains for hay and for middle. So of course now during 3-5 years it's changed, but generally the main product is maize, wheat, rapeseed, sunflower. When we are talking about the records again, we have the High Tatra, and the highest peak is 2,655 meters in a Gerlakovský štít. This is typical Slovak breed. This is Slovak Cimental, which we have around 45,000 cows in Slovakia. Then we have traditional. This is Slovakian and Austrian bred, and also in Romania. This is Pinzgau cattle, but we have only maybe 2,000 animals in Slovakia. We keep like a genomic reserve. And then we have mainly Holstein, around 70,000 cows. So together we have around 100,000 cows in Slovakia. Regarding pigs, this variety of habit moving, the production. In 2021 we have 50,000 pigs, now it's 40,000 pigs, and now we have around 45,000 sows. 70% of this sow business is in Danish hands. So this means that Slovakia has not so much big farms. What we can see positively is sheep business. It's still growing or is stabilized. Of course, as everywhere, it's missing the people. Therefore, future for this business is based on the people. But we have very good tradition to breeding the animals, and this is something which we can also say that when you see the European Union cheese production, and when you are focused on the column with specialties, so the specialties we call parenica, and 6% is products, for whole Europe.
We have some common work in Pakistan, and I'd like to ask Mr. Faisal Iftikhar, CEO of Aqua Hatch Limited, to introduce what we achieved there together. Please.
My name is Faisal Iftikhar. Visiting today and seeing what Vitafort is doing globally, it really enlightens us, and it really aligns with what our vision is for Hello Future. And now I feel comfortable why Vitafort chose us as their partners in Pakistan, because the companies that I represent, we are a consortium of 4 companies, all based in the agriculture. My past, for 25 years experience in seafood exports. Then we have Garib Sons, who are the largest rice and exporters and wheat importers into Pakistan. Then we have Jaffer Agro Services, which is the largest fertilizer marketing company. So they were well aligned with what they wanted to do with us. So when we developed, this was the signing ceremony, when the world was recovering from COVID, that was the time when we had the vision to start a company in Pakistan. So the joint venture signing ceremony was held in Pakistan in February 2022. And this was the land that we bought in 2022. It's 100 acres of land, totally wasteland, which was, when we bought it, people thought, why are you buying this land? You can't really convert it into anything. And I'll show you the pictures later, how we have transformed this land into a very productive landscape. So the work commenced immediately, and within a period of just 2 months, we were able to finalize the first phase, in which the ponds, the supply pond and the broodstock ponds were ready for stocking of the broodstock fish juveniles that we imported. So officially the operation started in 10th May, when we inaugurated the water supply to our ponds from the service ponds. As you can see, Kulik and our other business partners are there. So it was a very momentous occasion for us, because in just 2 months we were able to achieve the first phase. So this is how it went on. We have the supply pond, which is filled by solar pumps. This is the only green aquaculture project in our country, probably around the region. And so we have the supply pond, which is filled with solar pumps, and all the other ponds are on gravity. So we imported from Thailand the Bengasus and Tilapia broodstock, parent stock is arrived, and then the work on the hatchery and our office building started. So finally it is ready. The Pakistani and Hungarian flags are flying high in Pakistan in a very beautiful landscape, and you must all come and visit. It's lovely. We developed the first tilapia hatchery. We have already started producing tilapia seed, high quality, and the area that you see empty over there is where Dr. Sandor is going to come next month, and will install the Pengasus hatchery system, which is already there. So this is how that landscape looks now, just over a year. So we have all these ponds, we have the supply pond, broodstock ponds, and as you can see, the fingerling ponds, and the rest of the area you see as more ponds are coming up as we speak. And the rest of the 35 acres, we have 75 acres actually, we have developed into an agroforestry. So because we have an MDF factory, so we will supply our own trees to our own processing unit. So tilapia seed production started. This is the monosex tilapia, high quality tilapia that we have sold to the farmers already this year. This is the broodstock ready for hatching in March 2022 Pegasus. We have, mashallah, had very great growth, and now they are just ready to be hatched. It is becoming the most visited site, hatchery site in Pakistan. As you see, business community, students, consultants, government officials, every week we get lots of visits from them. They are trying to learn about it. And a very interesting event happened last weekend when some consultants from India were there, and they said, it doesn't feel like Pakistan, it feels like Hungary. So I have that video with us. So they say this is an amazing thing that we have developed. So the students are there to come and see how high quality seed production is done, and something that we are very proud of, and hope that, when the next seminar Vitafort conducts, in all the logos we'll have a fish logo there as well, in all those pentagons that they have developed. There's pig, cow, goat and chicken. We hope to add fish next time. So thank you very much.
We try to similar activities in the future. So everyone has its name tag, and if you turn, there is a time indicating where you should go and visit the factory. So the starting point